Right, so what's your first name?
Leonie.
Leonie. And tell us what's wrong, Leonie.
I've been told about arthritis in both my thumbs. But
Right.
my left hand is missing my right.
Right, so Leonie has been told she's got arthritis in both her thumbs.
So
All right, so let's just think about this. Okay, so over a period of time, Leonie's developed a little bit of pain in there, and it's got worse and worse. She's gone to the doctor. She sat down with the doctors and said, "Doctor, I've got pain in my hands." The doctor says, "It's arthritis." Label. Did that help you at all? Did it relieve your pain?
No.
Did it give you more movement back in your
He
hands?
gave me drugs.
He gave you drugs?
Yeah.
Okay. Did
Doesn't
the
help.
drugs have any side effects for you?
Yes.
All right. So the drugs didn't help the pain, but they gave you side effects. What side effects did they give you?
Well, I had to take a tablet so it didn't affect my stomach.
All right. So you had to take another set of drugs because the first sort of it upset your stomach.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the ones that they've given me before this lot actually brought on, like, menopause again. Better.
Right, now, let's just think then. All right, so you've been to see the doctor. Doctors can diagnose, and having diagnosed, they prescribe drugs. Who owns the drugs? And who owns the pharmaceutical companies? The same people that are doing the money thing on you. All right? Now, the biggest money-making thing for the pharmaceutical drug industry at the moment is vaccines. 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 All right. How many vaccines did you have as a kid when you were growing up? And I'm going to pick on the oldest gentleman here. I hope you don't mind me saying you're old. How many vaccines did you have as a kid?
Oh, I had thousands.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I can't remember.
Can't remember. All right. Who's next oldest in the room? I'm looking around. I'm 56. How many vaccines? Do you remember how many you
It
had?
would be 4 or 5, I think.
4 or 5. Maybe polio, chicken pox. Measles.
No,
No chicken pox.
no.
No measles.
No,
No. Why didn't you have a vaccine for measles and chicken pox?
because I didn't have it.
Because you didn't have it. You had an immune system.
We got dirty.
Yeah. Yeah. My mum taught me to go catch measles and chicken pox. It was great. Yeah, somebody's got measles or chicken pox. We all went round there and we developed immunity. Immunity is not the same as vaccination. All right. How many vaccines do we give our children before the age of 5? Any idea? 3? 10?
Because of 3 or 4.
Prize for the lady at the back? 36. 36. 36 vaccines by the age they are 4. In America, how many do they give them? 73, including 2 in utero. They are developing another 200 vaccines. Who's making all the money? The same people that control our money supply. It's the same people. It's the same people. They've got an agenda to keep us sick so that we need more drugs, which have more side effects, which need more drugs. Yeah? Yeah, but what's happening is we're waking up. There's lots of clips of film on YouTube about this. You need to find them, you need to share them widely, because otherwise what's going to happen here in New Zealand, we are racing into compulsory vaccination. There's only so many people I can tell. Yeah, you've got a responsibility to tell others. There's a really good book at the back of the room. It's called Just a Little Prick, and it's not about Donald Trump. All right, it's been written by a woman, Hilary Butler. It's all about the history of vaccines in New Zealand, all right? Now, Hilary can no longer sell that book on Amazon. It's a banned book because it talks about vaccines in a way that isn't pro-vaccine. Okay, it's banned. You'll still see it up there, but you're not allowed to buy it on there anymore. So Hilary tried to get the book printed, and book printers refused. This is 1984. Those of you that have read George Orwell's 1984, Big Brother, yeah? So I got them printed.
Good on you. I really admire that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
And I've got them here tonight. They're $15. That's what it cost us to print them. I make no money on this. I'm just getting the word out. If you want to buy more than one to get them out into your communities, please do. Yeah. Thank you. Right, let's see how this one's doing.
Actually, not as bad as it was.
It's not as bad as it was. Cool. There's hope yet then, isn't there? Now, I was talking earlier tonight before we went on camera about how if I go to the UK, I can't say I'm a healer that I can heal. Yeah? Well, if healers can't say they're healers, what is it doctors do? Oh, I know, they must doctor things. Sorry. That's probably why they call it a practice. Because they're practicing medicine. Interesting, eh? All right. So why is it this healing works? This healing works because you are emotional beings. And when you get sick, usually it's because you've been upset, or you've been hurt, or wounded, or something's annoyed you, and you've just not finished feeling a feeling. It's that simple, and we've forgotten. We've forgotten. We've forgotten. You see, when I was growing up, if I had a cold, my mum didn't take me to the doctors. If I did go to the doctors would usually say, look, just go home, lie in bed, have plenty to drink, have some chicken soup, and you'll be right in a few days.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah.
2.5 contains milk.
Yeah. Right. Now this healing that I do, you can learn to do. You can learn, if you love to do what I do. I've got a workshop, it's a little way from here, I've got a workshop coming up in Paraparaumu next weekend, and then I've got one in Napier the following weekend. And at some stage, if there's enough interest, I will come down here and I'll teach you how to do this, because we need to learn to do this for our own families. Yeah? Wow, I can feel something going through there now. Right, how's it feeling for you?
Quite hot down to the
Really hot, eh? It just went really, really hot. Right, give it a move around, give it a little prod, and just see how it's feeling.
It's not as bad as it was. It's still a little bit sticky, but it's not like it was.
No, cool. Notice how that one is as well.
Yeah, that one's feeling good.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. Because as much as I only work on this hand, very often the guides, they'll just work on the other hand as well. Right, so when we get pain, usually it's a trapped feeling. That's all it is, and you've forgotten that you stuffed that feeling down. If, for example, you had an argument with your partner and then you got to go to work and put on a brave face, those feelings get stuffed down somewhere and you forget. And sometimes you're reminded, because there's another argument, you remember exactly how mad you were with him the last time. Aren't women amazing at that? Men do not have the same recall. In an argument between the man and the woman, I feel really sorry for the man, because women, we remember everything. Yeah? We do, we carry it around with us, and it makes us sick. It's true. It's true. Yeah. One of the things we've got to do as a species is stop making each other wrong. We think that when we're in relationship that all that happens is what we see and what we hear. No. Everything you think towards your partner is part of that relationship. And stop moaning about your partners. If you want a happy marriage, just stop moaning about your partners in your head. And don't verbalise it to people outside of your relationship. Your relationship is between you and that person. And you're sort of breaking that confidence. Work your stuff out with that person. Of course, it is very different if there is some kind of abuse happening. That's a different kettle of fish. But day-to-day stuff, he's not picking up his stuff, he's not doing his dishes and stuff like that. Let's get over it, children, shall we? Shall we get on with life? Yeah? Yeah, let's get on with life, and let's find out who's in charge of the money supply and bring them. Those people, I am on camera now, but it was the same people that financed both sides of the war. We've got to wake up, eh? We've got to wake up and smell the coffee. Right now, how's that?
Yeah, it's better.
It's a lot better, eh? Give her a round of applause.